Hi guys, thank you for watching this video. So today I'd like to talk about something that is not really discussed in the carnivore community, about how carnivore has impacted my professional life. So someone brought it up to me. Hi, Jena. Sorry if I butchered your name, but she brought up a very good point to me. We're both in the creative industry, and she wanted me to kind of share a little bit how carnivore has helped me with my creative work. So it has clearly benefited her, and she brought up some very interesting points about how creative people are tend to be a little bit more um, imaginative. They are visionaries. They are very fluid. Okay, so we also use the word loose, but not in a bad way. There is a benefit to being a little bit more fluid, of course. But creative people, because they have many ideas, they tend to change their mind very quickly, and often, um, from my experience, is that when you are in a creative work, sometimes decision making becomes quite difficult, right? So because you get inspired a lot and you keep thinking that, oh, there's something else better that I can do. So I think there should be a balance. So I think what I would like to talk about is how carnivore shaped my creative thinking, my output, and how it has benefited my professional life. So before I go into the benefit, maybe let me take you a quick backstory on how it was like before, and how it negatively affected my work life. Before I went into carnivore or keto, um, if you saw some of my previous videos about why I'm eating the way I'm eating right now, I had a lot of skin issues. I have autoimmune, I have asthma. So normally it will come with eczema. I will have eczema outbreak, and normally my rash would come because of the food that I eat in the past, and then it will interrupt my sleep. So I'm sure you guys know, when you don't sleep well, when you wake up, you have no energy. The rest of your day is just shit. I'm sorry. So I used to be on sick leave a lot, right? Really, it's because to the extent that sometimes I have to take sick leave, not just because I didn't sleep throughout the night scratching myself, but I would have rashes in places that I had one time an eczema outbreak at my neck that spread to my face. Even makeup couldn't cover it. I still went to work, right? I still went to work using foundation, and it was horrible because my friends, my colleagues could see that I was suffering with some skin issues, which I'm trying to cover it with makeup. It was so flaky. It was because of the eczema. And that point of time, I didn't know what was causing it. So I had to take sick leave. I was still working from home, but obviously it's affecting my work life, because you are entitled to take sick leave. Definitely take care of yourself, recover, and don't work when you're sick, obviously. But for me, it's happening so regularly in the past, to the extent that I would not be able to meet my work deadlines, because obviously you're taking a few days off work, and sometimes even that 24 hours of one day, right, you already miss out a lot of things that you were supposed to be doing, that you already planned. So you need to always catch up, which is like a vicious cycle, right? So I wasn't productive, I was not efficient, and I couldn't multitask, because clearly there's so many things that I need to catch up. So it's because of me being absent from work, because I was not well. So I think that is a very huge part that affected my professional life. And I would say the other related ones would be, before I went keto carnivore, um, I would have really, really bad cramps when my period uh, is there. So on the second day, all of you females out there, you would um, relate to what I'm saying. On the second day, you feel like you're about to die because the cramp is just so bad that you cannot get out of bed. You know, it's so uncomfortable. And sometimes I heard people really, they have to sit in the washroom the whole day because the cramp is just, I don't know how you're going to be working, you know, if you have to sit like that the whole day. So I had a lot of period cramps. I will call in sick, obviously, because I just can't move, right? So that is one thing. And the other thing that was, you know, not ideal was the fact that my mood, I used to be someone that, you know, reacts to people around me. So if I'm hanging out with someone that is a bit angst or has a lot of frustration, I will feed off that vibe. So um, which means that my self-regulation is not that strong. So my mood tends to go up and down, and I react very easily to, let's say things don't go according to plan, I will freak out of anxiety. You know, your body goes into this fight or flight mode where, you know, it just started sweating, and then you are like just thinking about it, just obsessing over it. So uh, that is not the way you should be functioning at work. So I guess yeah, carnivore really did benefited how my work quality has been like, and it really did support the way I produce uh, my work. So I think first things first that I wanted to highlight is the number one benefit for me. It's really the zero carb zen, the mental clarity that I get from ketones. Okay, so to bring you back, how is carnivore giving you this mental clarity? It's because when you are not eating carbs, your body tends to be running on ketones. So ketones tend to upregulate your happy hormones. It helps with your ATP, which is your energy production, and it's more sustained and it's more stabilized. So your brain function, your mental state is a bit clearer. So you know that feeling when okay, let's say you go for a run, right? And you finish your run, and then you have this really clear state of mind. Or when you're standing on top of a mountain and you look out, you know, you just, you don't have a lot of noise in your head, like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, and there's, you know, different voices going on, or maybe that's just me. You are very calm, right? That's why they call it the zero carb zen, right? You're very calm, and what it's, think of it as like your brain is like an organized drawer or a file, or you know, some of you tech people out there with your computer, when sometimes your computer is running really slow, it's because you need to defragment it, you need to rearrange, you need to clear out certain unnecessary files in there. So when you're running on ketones, right, it's a very clear and stable mental state. So when you're very clear in the head, okay, your brain function is optimized. So when you're trying to access information, or when it comes to creative work, you need to think of a lot of ideas, that not just fanciful ideas, but ideas that would actually work and is feasible. You need to have mental clarity, because it's not just about creative, you need to tap into your logic side as well. So mental clarity is number one. So when you have mental clarity, it also relates to how your energy is like throughout the day. So the second benefit that I truly experience, it's in the past I used to have a lot of brain fog because I was still eating vegetable oil, you know, I had a lot of salad. And then obviously before keto, I was, like most people, still eating carbs, you know, was eating like noodles for lunch and then I will crash, right? I will feel like I just want to sleep. I don't have motivation to work. I just cannot concentrate. Even if a meeting is as short as 15 minutes, sometimes when someone is talking for too long, you just have no idea what they're talking about because that is brain fog. Or you don't remember what happened in the meeting. I think that is, I'm sorry to say, but it is a form of brain fog, right? So because you don't remember, or you just don't register. But since doing keto carnivore, you know that you feel satiated, satisfied after a meal, and your energy is just stabilized. There's not much of an influx or a difference, So scientifically, how I can explain it to you is that when you eat carbs, because it's glucose, right? Your energy, your blood sugar will spike up really fast, right? When it spikes up, you will feel this rush of energy, like that hyperness. Your energy all goes out in a short duration of time, and then you will crash. But when you are on ketones, when you don't ingest carbs, when you eat things like protein, meat, your fats, right? Your blood sugar doesn't spike up that dynamically, but it's more of a monotonous, stabilized blood sugar level. So it doesn't affect your mood. So you would have that zen state. So in terms of energy, mood wise, you're a lot more stable, and that definitely, for me in my case, helped with my work because sometimes in my day-to-day I need to sit into many meetings, and the interesting thing is the meetings are all in different topics. So sometimes the topics can be very contrasting, so your brain needs to be so agile and you need to keep switching, right? And the part is sometimes these meetings, right, are linked to meetings that are from a few weeks before. So if let's say you have no notes, you are not someone that take down notes, right? You need to really be able to access what was discussed before in a very clear state. So that really helped me. I realized that I can remember better. I can make faster, clearer decision for sure. And when it comes to critical thinking, problem solving, I think that has really benefited me. In the past, when there's an obstacle, there's a problem, there's an issue, right, which is normal to have, I would have this like, oh, why is this happening? Like that frustration. But now it's more of like, okay, all right, this is expected, this is happening, right? What can we do with it? So it's more of that kind of approach rather than having anxiety. I think that it's a very important skill to have. Self-regulation, self-discipline, really being very sure and confident of what you need to do next. Let's say you encounter something that is unexpected. When it comes to productivity wise, I think whatever I've mentioned just now all contributed to my overall productivity and work quality. It's because I've tested this before. There are some work that I do where I need to create content, right? Where I need to design a program or plan out an activity or an event, which I've done many years back. So when I come across something similar again, especially now that I am 2 years into carnivore, I realize that, okay, obviously you can say it's through experience, through, you have mastered the skill over time. But I also realized that when you feel better, when you are very clear in the head, right, it does help you to not contemplate or procrastinate what you're about to do. So I think the procrastination, the part where you're unsure and you're always going back and forth, it's showing that you're not confident not just about the knowledge and skill, and you're not confident, and you're just not able to access what's in your head, right, that needs to be done, or what is going to be best for it. So to give you a very clear example is that, let's say I have to develop a content, right, which I've done many years back, consistently. I realized that I would time myself, a very similar content. I can't say much about it, so because it's work stuff. Normally I would require a few days to complete this specific content, which involves a lot of research, creativity, right? A bit of creative writing. But then as I went into Carnivore, obviously with a more clearer state of mind, I realized that my speed, it's a lot faster. I can complete this content a lot faster, and I realized that my ideas just come into my brain like instantly. I can just, it's like I'm just click. I know where the file is in my computer. I know where the file is, like in my brain, and I know how to find it, and I know what to use it for. I think that's really benefiting me in a sense that I'm more productive, and I get to do. I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you master that portion, when you are more productive, you tend to be able to manage your time better. That will definitely impact your work-life balance. So I think this mental health that Carnivore has helped to improve really did not just help me personally in my life, but really professionally in the things that I do. So I hope that this video is interesting, or gave you a few interesting things to think about. And if you're still dabbling with the idea of, you wanting to try this, we know that carnivore diet is being associated with so many things, that it's not just about mental health. It's all about physical body recomposition, weight loss. It's actually more than that. So I hope this video give you something to think about, and do like and share if you think that this would benefit somebody that might want to improve their mental state of mind. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.